all of the footage into it, and they didn't omit that part. And so when that came out, that's when, you know, and it went crazy, and yeah, it fucking hurts, man. It hurts like
right, so
fucking shit.
Well, I can tell, and that was what I sensed that, you know, when I saw that I Am Comic documentary.
Right.
And you were, you know, sort of manic, and you said you stole everything.
Right.
Why?
Well, because you can only say I don't steal shit for so long, and it's still there. And at a certain point, you just kind of go, okay, I'm going to make a mockery of it. I'm going to be goofy with it. I'm going to be stupid with it. You know what I mean?
Right.
Because you just, you know, look, dude, whatever anybody else thinks, you know, whatever any other person thinks, however intelligent or talented that you think I am, I work really fucking hard at it.
I believe that.
However, whatever you think.
That's clear.
Whatever you think of my shit.
No one gets as successful as you are by doing anything else.
And I think about it. And you know what I mean? I think about the repercussions of it. I think about, you know what I mean? Like right now, I have power. I at this very moment in time, I can say some shit to really piss off Latinos and create real hatred toward white America. I have that power right now. I could put out a special right now or do some shit online that's at a comedy club or at a performance with all Latinos and just say, you know, fuck white people and all that kind of shit, and it would kill. They would love that right now. I don't do that, man, because I feel like Spider-Man. Don't be doing dumb shit just because you can. You know, don't take advantage of this and make all these people like you, but, you know, actually do harm to human beings. That's not what I do. I'm a comedian. That's real for me. So when I'm on stage, it's like, you know what I mean? Especially when I'm on stage at the Comedy Store and I look back and I see one of the comedians that's on the video saying, yeah, Carlos steals shit. He's never stolen from me, but he steals shit. Those are the moments when I'm like, you have to go on after me, motherfucker. Follow this shit, bitch. You know what I mean? Follow this fucking stolen joke, you piece of shit. And that happens at those moments too. But I have to, you know, I feel sometimes like I have to overcome all that stuff. You know what I mean? And then and then it got to the point where I realized, okay, Milton Berle has that reputation and Robin Williams has that reputation, and I'm going to die with that reputation. And the only time that I'm really going to get, you know, accolades from my peers is when I'm passed, you know, when I'm gone. Maybe not dead, but gone long enough from comedy that people will be like, you know what? For all the shit, this was the good stuff he did, or this was the positive, or when those moments happen. And I've kind of relegated myself to understanding that and accepting that as a truth. You know what I mean? And then on the other hand, just when I feel like this and I feel shitty and I feel vulnerable and I feel fucked up, I'm telling you, man, the universe speaks, you know, because every time I'm having a moment, I'll go somewhere and somebody will give me the most meaningful and enlightening and beautiful thing to say. And those are the moments that I feed off of. Like, I have fights with fans of mine who email me and go, you know what? I don't care that you steal shit. You do it better. And I'm like, no.
Well, I think there's a point to be had there, because this is, you know, you've been as honest, I think, as you've been about this stuff with me here. And
I've never been this honest. I've never opened up like this before. I've never let anybody in like that. But I know that, see, the one thing about you that I know is, and not that you're on my side or anybody's side, but that's what I like, that you don't have an agenda. You know what I mean? Most people have an agenda with this, and if you have that, I can't talk to you. You know what I mean? Because I want to reveal myself.
Well, one thing I've said about you, and I'll defend this, is that you know we've addressed the issue of stealing, but the one thing I know about you is that you paid your fucking dues. You did stand-up comedy. It's all you wanted to do. It was your job. You wanted to be the best at it, and you built the clown. You built your house.
Yeah.
Now, you know, whether or not whoever thinks that you stole 10 minutes of jokes or 20 minutes of jokes, you know, it matters in your conscience, and it matters, you know, to whoever's going to take that.
Right.
But they're not coming to see your jokes.
Right.
They're coming to see you.
Right.
They're not. They don't. It's not even what you say.
Right.
So much as, you know, we like that. That's the guy.
Right.
That's that Carlos guy.
Right. At the end of the day, you and I are only as funny as the last show that we did. And that's just, every night I go on stage, I feel it. You know what I mean? I feel those 5 minutes of, oh my God, it's Carlos. And then the 6th minute of like, all right, fucker, be funny. You know what I mean?
Sure.
We don't care anymore. We don't care that we saw you on a movie or TV. We don't care. And you know what's funny?
But a lot of them do care. A lot of them, they love you.
They care in that respect, but they care about one thing only.
Right.
And
just do the show.
That's it.
Yeah.
And you know what was funny? Because I would try to address issues on stage, like about my personal shit with some of this stuff.
Yeah.
And the audience just look at me like, why are you talking about that?
Right.
We don't care.
That's behind
Bring
the
funny.
Well, look.
And that was it.
Look at that poster right there. That's 1995, dude. That's 15 years ago.
We've come a long way, bro.
And I thank you for spending this time with me.
Anytime, man. Anytime. It was fun.
Okay.
It was a good time.
Okay. So there you have that. Now I got to tell you at this juncture what happened. What happened was after I sat with Carlos in the garage, I felt something felt wrong. I felt that I somehow or another I was being used in a way, and it was disconcerting to me. So I had to do some more homework, and I talked to Al Madrigal. I talked to a few guys, who didn't. People aren't chiming in the way that like fuck him or this or that. But basically, what I got from people was like, yeah, you should do a little more research here. This is a little bigger than you think it is. You should talk to some of the Latino guys. You should talk to people that know Carlos. And I thought, you know what? I should. So I reached out to some people. Because, look, honestly, there was something about that conversation that didn't sit well with me. That, at the core of Carlos's being, there's a sort of, fuck you. Fuck you. I win. There's something about that in there. And then, he sort of alluded to, maybe taking jokes. And then there's the whole issue of bumping people. And that, that's the fucked up thing is like after I talked to him, like, holy shit, he did that to me. He bumped me once a few years back. I was headlining at the Improv. My name was on the marquee. And he came in. And because he was who he was, he said, you don't mind if I do a few minutes? And I had no choice. So he went up and did about almost an hour, and I left. Because that's fucked up. So a couple of things didn't sit well with me. That personal issue and also the fact that I didn't really talk to the Latino guys. I don't know them. So I reached out to some. I reached out to Willie Barcena, who's known Carlos for years, and I reached out to Steve Trevino, who actually opened and worked for Carlos for several years. And I just wanted to put it into context. And then, to be fair to Carlos, after I got more information, I had to text him back. I texted him. I said, look, I got to do some follow-up. We can do it on the phone. And it was really one of those moments where I really hoped that the detachment of texting would work and I could just get him on the phone. But within 5 minutes, he said, I'm coming over. Let's do it. I'm coming over. So that's coming up. We're going to hear from the Latino guys. We're going to hear from people who knew Carlos. We're going to get deeper into some of these accusations and also my own personal issue that I didn't bring up in the first interview. That'll be on the next episode.